this episode, I'm going to be talking about 6 of my favorite foods, something that some of these things I always go back to. These are my staples, so stay tuned. These are the basically 6. I've narrowed it down to 6 because I don't want to go on and on and on and show you a million things, but I wanted to show you my top 6 picks that I will always have. And guys, how did you like that introduction? That was a little throwback there. It is one of my videos that I initially put up maybe, I would say like a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, maybe a little bit more. And in those days I went through some of the favorite foods that I absolutely love. And I consider them like superfoods. So what I'm going to do in this video, just to make it a little interesting, is I'm going to go ahead and put snippets in of this older video, and then I'm going to address the foods that I am currently eating or not eating versus what I used to be eating about 2.5 years ago. And a lot has changed, you know. I've gone on the keto diet. I've well, not strict keto, but low carb, high fat. I've eliminated some foods. I've added some foods in. So it's going to be interesting to see what the changes have been over about 2 years, 2.5 years, and see if I still like the same foods, if I'm still incorporating the same things. So let's get started. You just saw the intro of mine, and let's go ahead and play some of these snippets, and then I'm going to address each of the foods that I showed you guys about 2 years ago, and then I'm going to address, what I'm doing currently. So let's get going. Sorry, I'm rambling, but let's get started. So this is the first thing. Maybe something you're not going to really like. I love it. I've had it all my life since I've been growing up. My grandmother fed this to me basically since I was a little baby. Well, not a baby, but a toddler and up, just to get the omega fatty acids in me. And not that she knew that much about the basic contents of the nutrition, but she knew that fish oils were very healthy. So one of the things that I have been eating all my life is sardines. I'm gonna get that up close to you. And the one that I love, my all-time favorite, is the King Oscar. I love. Now, sardines are not for everybody. I will tell you that right now. They are something that is either a yes or a no in your life. They are packed with omega fatty acids. They have the fish oils in it. They are absolutely wonderful for your system. Have I been indulging in sardines since going on a low carb, high fat diet? The answer is yes. Most 100% yes. I still love them. I still bring them to work. I try to kind of like corner myself in a small little cubicle or corner when I do eat it. I don't really eat it out there in the break room because it is sometimes a turnoff for some people. It might be the smell or just the look of it, but I do adore it. I do bring it. It's a wonderful, wonderful, easy way to transport it to work. And at home, I will have it on the weekends. Usually that's where I have it on the during the lunch or just as a snack. I absolutely adore it. So yes, 100%. Sardines are still on the plate for me. Treat. It's very quick. Again, at my desk at work or at home while I'm doing editing my YouTube videos, I just have this as a snack. Keeps me going, energizes me. You can get any type of yogurt you want. Honestly, you don't have to get Chobani. I do like Oikos. I like the Chobani. I like the Fage. How do you pronounce that? Fage or Fage? Fage. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, but any number of these yogurts, as long as the flavor is to your liking, as long as it's creamy to your liking, you can't go wrong. Yogurt is probiotics. I talk about that ad nauseum. I always tell you to get your probiotics in, and the best way is through yogurt. So that's that. Now, so I'm talking about yogurt. So number 3 is yogurt. Well, number 2 is yogurt. Still doing it. I am trying to find more of the carb conscious yogurts nowadays. I do the Carb Master. I do there's one called Good 2, and it only has 2 grams of carbs in it. So I am trying to do that. I do some more Fages. I have kind of Nothing to Chobanis. I do love them. I love the taste of them, but they are pretty high in carbs. So I am trying to stay away from the Chobanis, but I still am definitely 100% doing dairy and doing yogurt. So I will not give that up. That is also something that I take for lunch and snacks. It is something that I have at home on the weekends. I try to eat, that in lieu of a heavier meal for lunch, and it's just something that, I'm not giving up my yogurt with the probiotics and everything that that is so healthy for your system. That is something that I want to incorporate and have, as a health benefit for me throughout. So definitely keeping up on my yogurt. I'm going to put it up over here somewhere so you'll see as I'm talking. One of the things I love is avocados. Guys, I always talk about that. I cut it in half. I take out the pit. I put some, I could put some lemon juice on it, some, kind of rock salt, the crushed ones, the ones that you the ones in the grinder, you know what I'm talking about. I also like to put some ranch dressing in the hole, in that half, hole area of the avocado, and I just love to spoon it out. Of course, I love guacamole. Who doesn't? I just adore freshly made guacamole. Next up is avocado. Do I still use avocado? Absolutely. Avocados are one of my staples, especially for the keto diet. I love avocados. One of the reasons I absolutely chose the keto diet or a low carb diet is because I could keep eating avocados. I have had, I have eaten avocados since I was a young kid, since I was living in California. They had the larger ones that were more buttery and watery and just huge. These are the smaller ones here locally that they have. I don't know the variety of it, but they're the ones with the skins that are more wrinkly, the outside of it. But I absolutely love avocado. I love just spooning it out. I still do the same thing, as you will see in the video. And I still absolutely love guacamole. I love a fresh guacamole that's made tableside in a restaurant, or I will do the same. I will just mash it up at home and, put some cilantro and lemon juice on it, and even a little bit of, MCT oil. I can mix that in. It's just absolutely wonderful. So definitely am keeping up with my avocados. The other thing I want to talk about, and again, I don't have it, so I'm going to, put it over here, kind of go on the side so you can see it, are the almonds. I love to have almonds with me. I love to have almonds at work with me. And one of the ones that I do like is the Blue Diamond. So any of the Blue Diamond varieties, I usually get the ones in the can because the cans kind of stay fresher, I think, longer. I don't have to put little chip clips on them or put them in little plastic bags. One of my favorite flavors is the wasabi one from Blue Diamond. It just got a great kick to it. I love that hot, zippy flavor on my tongue. Next up is nuts. Do I still eat nuts? The answer to that is yes, and not so much as I used to. I still have almonds at my desk. I have more of cashews. I'm a little bit looking at the backs of boxes now as far as which types of nuts are a little bit lower in carb and which ones are higher. I tend to stay away from the higher nuts and try to go to the lower nuts. I do love cashews. I do love almonds. I do love certain trail mixes. Again, you have to be careful with those, but again, just look at the back of the nutritional label to see if the carb count is, something that you can live with. But I do have that at my desk, and I do snack on it. Now, I don't go to town, as you'll see in this video. I do talk about taking down, like a half a can of almonds or something. I don't do that. I really do portion control out the nuts now because I do want to maintain my weight and I don't want to go overboard. Peanuts are another good thing. I do have peanut butter still at home that I have, and I do have almond butter that I have at home. So there are a variety of butters, both in the regular nuts and also the buttered that I do, and I still incorporate that. nuts have wonderful oils in them, very beneficial, and they are not taboo on the keto diet, so I incorporate them in the keto diet. This one up is water, any type of water. I do like smart water. I've talked about that a lot. That has no flavor. That's got the electrolytes in it. This one is called Hint, and I love Hint. Hint comes in about four varieties, maybe 4 flavors. This one is blackberry. They also have watermelon. I can't remember the other one. Maybe mango or something. I can't remember now, but they've got 4 flavors, and I kind of rotate the flavors around. These are about $1 a bottle, maybe a little more, but I keep them on hand. They've been with me the entire summer. I know now it's getting into the fall, but you need to hydrate. You need to still be out there and hydrated. So anytime you can grab, and this has, like it says, a hint of flavor in it. It's got 0 calories. Is water. Do I still use water? What types of water do I use? Do I hydrate? Absolutely. Keto is one of the diets there that you have to hydrate. You have to have enough water, and you have to have certain waters even that have electrolytes in it and vitamins. So I definitely go ahead and have my waters. Now I have the the Icelandic water that I've really love. I still have my vitamin water that I really love. I've kind of gravitated away from the hint water only because I don't know. I think they're a little bit expensive, so I try to get sales and things like that. I love bubbly. I love LaCroix. All of those types of waters, and the ones with the for not fermented. I don't want to say fermented. The effervescent, the bubbly ones, the ones with air in it. I love those waters. And any way that you can take your water intake, I would advise it. I also use some of the drops like Mio, and I think Gatorade has some, Mio has some. There are a number of ones that don't have any carbs in them. You can put a couple of drops inside your water, and then they'll taste really, really good. So definitely keep up on the water intake. My staple fruit is Golden Delicious apples. And not even, not the red apples or not the other, I do like granny apples, but the Golden Delicious to me, and here's my batch for the week, okay, that this is like the second batch, let's just say, for the week, going into next week. So here are my apples, and I take one a day. I put it in my lunch bag, and I usually don't slice them up. I usually just chomp on them, and the reason being is I read somewhere that apples are naturally really, really good for cleaning your teeth, because as you're biting into the apple and you're getting your front teeth, just think of all, the gunk and the tartar and everything just working their way out as you are eating an apple. An apple is kind of like for fruit, aside from watermelon, which is one of my favorite foods, and maybe that's a little bonus, because I said 6, and I will throw in watermelons as one of my favorite fruits, and I do get them already cut up in one of those big plastic tubs. You've seen them at Publix or Kroger or wherever you shop. They come in a big. Next up is fruit. Do I still eat fruit on a low carb, high fat diet? I do have fruit, not as much as I used to. I do miss it. I do have to say truthfully that I do miss it. And I think for the spring and summer, I will incorporate more types of fruit into my diet. I think if I am diligent and just do a little bit of, portion control, I think I can still have the watermelon, which I really do like. And I mentioned that in my video. That I do love to have watermelon, especially in the spring and summer months. And I have recently started to buy some Golden Delicious apples again. I'll have one every so often, not every day, but maybe twice a week. So I am going to start to incorporate more of that. I have been sticking with berries, strawberries, and raspberries, strawberries, those types. Blueberries are a little bit high on the carb scale as far as keto is concerned, but strawberries are allowed, and some of the blackberries and raspberries are allowed on keto. But I think I am going to venture out a little bit more over the spring and summer, just because I think my body is going to need it. And, you're more active in the summer. You tend to walk around a lot. So I know I'll be burning that off. And I don't want to restrict myself so much that I'm lacking in some sort of vitamin or mineral or anything like that. I have not had a lot of bananas. I do have to say that, because I know that those are very high in carbs, and I do take a potassium supplement now instead of having, a banana. I've had plantains. I love some plantains. If I'm having Latin food, Cuban food, I cannot not have fried plantains. So, once in a while, that is my indulgence, but it is like once every, 3, 4 months. It is nothing like, every other day or anything like that. So as far as fruit, I think I am going to put a little more fruit in my diet come, spring and summer. So, as I mentioned over there at the last, that the apples are like nature's floss, and they are really good for your teeth. So again, it is something that you should try to incorporate, even if you are on a lower carb diet every once in a while. Even a red apple, I don't think they have as much sugar in it as maybe the Golden Delicious or the other types of apples. But if you can have some, definitely try to incorporate some, into your life and into your routine and into your nutrition. I don't think it's going to matter. Hold on, sippy, sippy. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed looking back at some of the things that I used to eat, and brought back a lot of memories, and it brought back a lot of thinking on my part, like, geez, I forgot that I used to like this, or I forgot that I used to incorporate this into my lifestyle. And some of the things I do miss, and some of the things I'm happy to report that I still do, like the yogurt and the avocados and the sardines. So let me know in the comments down below, what types of foods that you still eat and what types of foods you like to eat. Have you changed your diet drastically because of being on some sort of, other type of diet or other type of nutritional intake, like the keto or paleo or anything like that? Let me know how you have changed up your diet, and if you miss certain foods, let me know. I'm not a big sweets person, so I did not really miss any of that. To me, it was just these different types of food groups that I think I'm gonna kind of revisit very shortly. Okay, so thank you again for joining me. Give me a big fat thumbs up for this video. Hopefully, if you do like it, don't be dishonest and give it to me if you don't like it, but if you do like it, please share this video to your friends, and please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I surely do appreciate that. Every little bit helps. And we're closing in on 3,000 subbies. So, I told you, I think in the last video, that once I cross that threshold of 3,000 subbies, I will be doing a giveaway. And it's probably going to be some jewelry. So stay tuned for that. So if you are not subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. And make sure that on the notification bell you choose all notifications, not just occasional notifications. That way, all of the videos that I'm putting up, you will be alerted to. You can choose to watch them or not, but at least you'll know the subject matter and what I'm putting up. And then you can keep your eye out for when I actually do the giveaway, because that will be coming up shortly. And I am very, very excited about that. And I have some other goodies that I'm going to be testing out for you guys and reporting back shortly, and reviewing some items that have been sent to me. So that's going to be exciting. So a lot of great video content coming up this year. So stay tuned for that. I love you guys very much. Thank you so much. again for joining me. Blessings to everybody. Keep warm if it's still cold up there in the north. And here it's kind of soggy, so it's going to be a soggy week. So we're going to be basically hunkering indoors, and I think I'm going to be able to put a number of videos up this week. And thank you again for everybody that has chimed in about my horrible eye infection. I am feeling a lot better, as you can see, and have mascara on. Yay! It's been like over a week since I could even have mascara on. I am not wearing my contacts yet, so probably by the end of next week I'll be able to go back, and I'll be brave enough to put back my contact lenses. But right now I'm babying my eye, and I'm making sure that nothing gets near it that, you know, that can kind of inflame it back. Okay, all right, I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.